Kira slammed the door of her Brooklyn apartment so hard the walls shook, her heart pounding like a war drum in her chest. "How could you do this to me, Olive?" she screamed into the empty room, collapsing onto the floor as tears blurred the city lights outside her window. In that moment, the weight of their tangled past crashed down, forcing her to face the truth. Loving her childhood best friend had shattered her beyond repair, and now she needed professional help to piece herself back together. Kira Thompson had always been the quiet observer in their duo, the one who followed Olive Ramirez's lead through the sun-drenched streets of suburban Chicago where they grew up. Olive was the alpha, the bold, charismatic force who commanded every playground game, every high school party, and eventually every beat of Kira's heart. They met in kindergarten, two little girls bonding over scraped knees and shared secrets under the old oak tree in Olive's backyard. "You're my forever sidekick," Olive would say, her dark eyes sparkling with mischief, and Kira believed it with every fiber of her being. As they hit their teens, the lines blurred in ways Kira couldn't quite name. Sleepovers turned into late-night confessions, hands brushing accidentally but lingering too long. Olive dated boys, always the center of attention, while Kira watched from the sidelines, a quiet ache growing in her chest. College pulled them apart. Kira to New York for journalism at NYU, Olive to LA for acting dreams. But distance only amplified the pull. Texts turned flirtatious, video calls laced with unspoken longing. "Miss you more than pizza," Olive would joke, her laugh echoing through the screen, making Kira's stomach flip. Reuniting in New York 5 years later felt like fate. Olive landed a role in an off-Broadway play, crashing on Kira's couch until she found her feet. The city buzzed around them. Coffee runs in Greenwich Village, walks along the Hudson at sunset. One rainy evening, after too much wine and shared memories, Olive leaned in. Their first kiss was electric, a storm breaking after years of buildup. "I've wanted this forever," Olive whispered against Kira's lips, her hands strong and sure. What followed was a whirlwind of passion and discovery. They explored the city hand in hand, from pride parades in the village to quiet picnics in Central Park. Kira, who had always felt like an outsider in her own skin, bloomed under Olive's gaze. Olive's alpha energy, her confidence, her protectiveness, made Kira feel seen, cherished. They talked about everything. Olive's fears of Hollywood rejection, Kira's dreams of writing a novel. "We're unbreakable," Olive promised one night, as they lay tangled in sheets, the Manhattan skyline twinkling outside. But cracks appeared slowly like fissures in a dam. Olive's career took off. A guest spot on a TV show led to auditions in LA again. She started pulling away, canceling dates for networking events. Kira noticed the late-night texts from co-stars, the way Olive's eyes darted when asked about her days. Jealousy crept in, but Kira pushed it down, reminding herself of their history. "You're being paranoid," she told her reflection one morning, ignoring the knot in her gut. The first real fight erupted over a weekend trip. Kira had planned a romantic getaway to the Catskills, but Olive bailed last minute for a script reading with a producer. "It's just work, Kira," Olive snapped over the phone. "You don't get how cutthroat this industry is." Kira hung up, tears stinging, feeling small and insignificant. When Olive returned, flowers in hand, they made up fiercely, but the seed of doubt was planted. Months passed in a haze of highs and lows. Olive's success mounted. A role in a Netflix series meant more time in LA. Kira supported her, flying out for visits, but the distance gnawed. During one trip, Kira found a lipstick stain on Olive's collar that wasn't hers. "It's nothing," Olive brushed off. "A hug from a friend." Kira wanted to believe her, but the lie hung heavy. Back in New York, Kira threw herself into work, landing a feature article on LGBTQ+ rights in the city. It was during research that she met Sarah, a kind-hearted activist with a gentle smile. They bonded over coffee, but Kira kept it platonic. Her heart belonged to Olive. Still, the friendship offered solace, a reminder that she deserved stability. Olive's visits grew sporadic, her calls laced with excuses. One night over video she dropped the bomb. "I think we need space." Kira's world tilted. Space? After everything. The argument escalated, old wounds reopening. Olive accused Kira of being clingy. Kira called her selfish. They hung up in anger, the silence deafening. Weeks later, Kira scrolled through social media and saw it. A photo of Olive at a LA party, arm around a stunning actress, captions hinting at more. Betrayal sliced through her like a knife. She called Olive voice-breaking. Is it true? Olive's hesitation was answer enough. It just happened, Kier. I'm sorry. Kira ended the call, her chest heaving. The pain was physical, a vice around her heart. She couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Friends urged her to move on, but the memories haunted her. Their childhood laughs, stolen kisses, promises of forever. How had their bond twisted into this? Desperate, Kira booked an appointment with Dr. Elena Vasquez, a therapist specializing in relationship trauma. Tell me about Olive, Dr. Vasquez said gently in their first session, her office overlooking the East River. Kira poured it out, tears flowing. She was my everything. Now I'm nothing. Therapy became Kira's lifeline, a weekly anchor in the storm. Dr. Vasquez's warm, no-nonsense approach, straight out of a New York self-help scene, helped Kira unpack layers of hurt. This isn't just about Olive, the doctor said one afternoon, sunlight streaming through the windows. It's about the little girl who idolized her friend, seeking validation. Kira nodded, realizing how she'd built her identity around Olive's alpha presence. Always the follower, never the lead. Flashbacks haunted her sessions. She recalled their high school prom. Olive ditching her date to dance with Kira under the disco ball, whispering, "You're the only one who gets me." Those moments fueled the romance, but now they stung like barbs. Why did she betray me? Kira asked, voice raw. Dr. Vasquez leaned forward. Betrayal often stems from fear. Olive's career is her armor. Maybe loving you fully scared her. Meanwhile, Olive's life in LA glittered on Instagram. Red carpets, celebrity friends. Kira blocked her, but the void ached. She confided in Sarah. Their coffee meetups evolving into deeper conversations. Sarah shared her own story of a toxic ex, her empathy a bomb. You deserve someone who chooses you every day, Sarah said one evening in a cozy Brooklyn cafe, her hand brushing Kira's accidentally. Kira pulled back, not ready, but the spark lingered. Conflict brewed when Olive texted out of the blue. Miss you. Can we talk? Kira's heart raced, but therapy had taught her boundaries. Not yet, she replied, fingers trembling. Olive pushed, calling late at night. I messed up, Kier. That fling meant nothing. The words ignited fury. Nothing? It destroyed us. The call ended in shouts, Kira slamming her phone down. High drama unfolded at a mutual friend's wedding in Chicago. Kira attended alone, steeling herself. Olive was there, stunning in a tailored suit, her alpha charisma drawing eyes. They locked gazes across the room, tension crackling. During the reception, Olive cornered her by the bar. I love you, Kira. Always have. Tears welled in her eyes, vulnerability cracking her facade. Kira's resolve wavered. They stepped outside, city lights reflecting off Lake Michigan. You hurt me, Kira whispered. Olive pulled her close. Let me make it right. They kissed under the stars, passion reigniting like a forgotten flame. For a weekend it was bliss, reminiscing in their old haunts, making love in a hotel room overlooking the skyline. We're meant to be, Olive murmured. But reality crashed back in New York. Olive returned to LA, promises fading with distance. Auditions consumed her again, texts growing sparse. Kira confided in Dr. Vasquez. It felt real, but now. The doctor nodded. Patterns repeat until we break them. What do you want, Kira? Self-reflection hit hard. Kira started journaling, exploring her identity beyond Olive. She joined a writing group, pouring emotions into stories of love and loss. Sarah invited her to a protest march, thousands chanting for equality in Washington Square Park. Adrenaline surged as they linked arms, Sarah's presence steady and kind. You're stronger than you know, Sarah said afterward, over pizza in Little Italy. The turning point came with Olive's surprise visit. She showed up at Kira's door, bags in hand. I'm moving back. For us. Hope flickered, but doubt loomed. They spent days reconnecting, walks in Prospect Park, cooking dinners. Yet Olive's phone buzzed constantly with LA calls. One night, Kira overheard a conversation. Yeah, the role's mine if I fly back tomorrow. Confrontation erupted in the kitchen. You're leaving again? Kira demanded. Olive sighed. It's my big break. You understand, right? Kira's eyes blazed. No. I won't be your safety net. Olive accused her of sabotage, Kira of selfishness. Words flew like daggers, reopening scars. Olive left in anger, slamming the door. Kira crumpled, sobbing. But this time something shifted. She called Sarah, who arrived with ice cream and hugs. I'm here, Sarah said simply. In her arms, Kira felt a new warmth, gentle, not overwhelming. Therapy intensified. Dr. Vasquez guided her through forgiveness exercises. Heal for you, not her. Kira confronted childhood insecurities, the absent father, the need for strong figures like Olive. Slowly, she rebuilt, volunteering at a LGBTQ+ center, finding purpose in helping others. A month later, Olive emailed, I realize now I was scared of commitment. Therapy's helping me too. Kira read it, heart softening but guarded. They met in Central Park, autumn leaves crunching underfoot. I'm sorry, Olive said, tears streaming. You deserved better. Kira took her hand. We both did. But I can't go back. Olive nodded, understanding. They hugged, a bittersweet farewell to their romantic chapter, but not their friendship. With Olive's chapter closing, Kira embraced solitude, rediscovering New York's rhythm on her own terms. Mornings jogged in Brooklyn Bridge Park, evenings scribbling in cafes. Therapy continued, Dr. Vasquez praising her growth. You're claiming your narrative, she said, her accent a soothing reminder of resilience. Sarah became a constant, their friendship deepening into something tender. They explored the city museums in the Upper East Side, jazz clubs in Harlem. Sarah's laugh was light, her touch tentative, a contrast to Olive's intensity. One crisp fall day, atop the Empire State Building, Sarah confessed, I like you, Kira. More than friends. Kira's heart fluttered, fear mingling with excitement. I'm scared, she admitted. Sarah smiled. We can take it slow. Their first date was magical. A ferry ride to Staten Island, wind whipping their hair as they shared stories. Sarah spoke of her Midwestern roots, her coming-out struggles. Kira opened up about Olive, the betrayal still a shadow. She was my alpha, always leading. With you it's equal. Sarah squeezed her hand. That's how it should be. Drama resurfaced when Olive called, voice panicked. I lost the role. Everything's falling apart. Sympathy tugged at Kira, but boundaries held. You can do this, she encouraged without offering more. Olive's vulnerability pulled, but Kira prioritized herself. Highs with Sarah contrasted the lows. They attended a Broadway show, hands intertwined in the dark. Afterward, walking through Times Square's neon glow, Sarah kissed her softly. This feels right. Kira agreed, warmth spreading through her. Conflict arose at a holiday party. Olive showed up uninvited, eyes locking on Kira and Sarah. Tension thickened as Olive approached. Who's this? She asked, tone-edged. Kira introduced them, Olive's smile forced. Later, alone, Olive cornered her. You're moving on already? Hurt flashed in her eyes. Kira stood firm. Yes. And you should too. The night escalated, Olive drank too much, confessing lingering love. I can't let you go. Kira's heart ached, but she pulled away. We have to. Sarah witnessed the exchange, her face pained. Outside, she asked, do you still love her? Kira hesitated then. Part of me always will. But I choose you. Reconciliation with Olive came slowly. They met for coffee in a neutral spot, words careful. I'm happy for you, Olive said eventually, though tears glistened. Therapy's showing me my patterns, fear of settling. Kira nodded. Me too. We were kids playing at love. As winter blanketed the city, Kira's novel took shape. A semi-autobiographical tale of friendship turning romantic, laced with American dreams and heartbreaks. Sarah read drafts, offering insights. It's beautiful, she said one snowy night, curled on the couch. Their relationship blossomed. Lazy Sundays in bed, cooking experiments gone wrong, laughter echoing. A climax hit when Olive announced her engagement to a co-star, news breaking on social media. Kira felt a pang but not devastation. Growth, Dr. Vasquez noted. Kira attended the wedding in LA, Sarah by her side. Seeing Olive radiant, vows exchanged brought closure. Congrats, Kira whispered during a hug. Olive smiled. Thanks for being my first love. Back in New York, Kira proposed a trip to Sarah, the Grand Canyon, a symbol of vast possibilities. They hiked under endless skies, sharing dreams. At sunset, Kira knelt. "Will you marry me?" Sarah's yes echoed through the canyons, tears of joy flowing. But life tested them. Sarah's job offered a promotion in Chicago. "It's my dream role," she said, conflicted. Kira felt echoes of Olive's departures. "Go," she urged, hiding fear. Therapy helped navigate. Trust is built, not assumed. They decided on long distance, committing to visits. The strain showed missed calls, lonely nights. Kira doubted, confiding in Dr. Vasquez. "Am I repeating mistakes?" The doctor shook her head. "No, you're communicating." A surprise visit from Sarah reaffirmed, "I choose us." Humanity shown in small moments, volunteering together at shelters, supporting friends through breakups. Kira's book got published, dedicated to those who heal. At the launch party, Olive sent flowers. "Proud of you." Kira smiled, full circle. As spring bloomed, Sarah moved back, promotion in hand but New York-based. They celebrated with a picnic in Central Park, where it all began anew. "We've got this," Sarah said, head on Kira's shoulder. Kira's life settled into a rhythm of contentment, but echoes of the past lingered like faint scars. Her book tour took her across the country, from bustling Boston bookstores to sunny San Francisco signings. Sarah joined when she could, their love a steady anchor amid the chaos. "Your words touch people," Sarah said one night in a Chicago hotel, tracing Kira's hand. "Just like you touched me." Drama stirred when a reviewer compared Kira's story to real-life celebrity heartbreaks, speculating on inspirations. Social media buzzed, old photos of her and Olive resurfacing. Olive called voice tense. "This is about us?" Kira sighed. "Inspired by, not literal. I changed details." Olive softened. "It hurts, but I get it. Art heals." The publicity brought opportunities, a podcast interview on LGBTQ+ relationships. Kira spoke candidly. "Love isn't always fairy tales. It's messy, human." Listeners related, emails pouring in. One from a young woman. "Your story gave me courage to leave a toxic friendship." Kira teared up, purpose igniting. Conflict peaked at a family reunion in suburban Chicago. Kira's conservative relatives grilled her about Sarah. "When are you settling with a nice man?" an aunt asked. Kira stood tall. "I'm happy with Sarah." Whispers followed, but her mother's quiet support, "I'm proud," meant everything. Olive attended, her fiancé in tow. Awkwardness hung, but maturity prevailed. Over backyard barbecue, they chatted like old friends. "Life's funny," Olive said. "We grew up here dreaming big." Kira nodded. "And we did." Back home, Kira faced a health scare. A routine checkup revealed stress-related issues. "Your heart's been through a lot," the doctor said, prescribing rest. It echoed her emotional healing. A full-circle moment. Sarah fussed over her, cooking healthy meals, enforcing downtime. "You're my priority," she whispered. Romance deepened in quiet ways. Surprise notes, weekend getaways to the Hamptons. They discussed kids' adoption dreams. "A family of our own," Sarah mused. Kira's heart swelled, imagining it. A betrayal twist came via email. A former colleague accused Kira of plagiarizing book ideas. Panic surged, reputation on the line. Sarah rallied. "We'll fight this." Investigations proved false, but the stress tested them. Late nights arguing solutions, but they emerged stronger. "Teamwork," Kira said, kissing Sarah. Humanity unfolded in community work. They mentored at-risk youth, sharing stories of resilience. One teen, Mia, reminded Kira of her younger self, crushing on a best friend. "It gets better," Kira assured. Mia's progress became their joy. As summer hit, they vacationed in Hawaii beaches, hikes, luau's. Under starry skies, they renewed vows informally. "Forever," Sarah promised. Kira believed it, no shadows lingering. Olive's life intersected again at a pride event in New York. She performed, crowd cheering. Backstage, they hugged. "You found your peace," Olive observed. Kira smiled. "So have you." Therapy wrapped up. Dr. Vasquez beamed. "You've graduated." Kira reflected. From shattered to whole, thanks to self-love. Fall brought new beginnings. Sarah's pregnancy via IVF. "Our miracle," they called it. Kira wrote a sequel focusing on hope. Challenges arose. morning sickness, work stress. But they navigated with communication therapy tools in hand. At a baby shower, friends toasted. Olive sent a gift. For the next generation. Kira laughed, touched. As the year closed, Kira stood on her balcony, city alive below. Sarah joined, hand on belly. We've built something beautiful. The birth of their daughter Lila transformed everything. A tiny bundle of joy in their Brooklyn home. Sleepless nights blended with overwhelming love. Sarah's gentle nurturing complementing Kira's storytelling lullabies. She's got your eyes, Kira whispered one dawn as Lila cooed. Drama lingered in parenthood's early days. Postpartum blues hit Sarah hard. I feel lost, she confessed. Kira supported, arranging therapy. We're in this together. They attended couples sessions, strengthening bonds. Olive visited with her wife, bearing gifts. Auntie Olive, she joked, holding Lila. The past felt distant, friendship pure. You've created a family, Olive said admiringly. Kira nodded. Healing led here. Kira's career soared. A movie adaptation of her book in talks. She balanced it with family, writing from home while Sarah returned to work. Conflicts arose. Deadlines clashing with daycare runs, but compromise prevailed. A high-stakes moment came at the Oscars where Olive won for a role. In her speech, to Kira, my first muse, thank you for the lessons. Kira watched from home, tears flowing. Sarah hugged her. Proud of you both. Humanity defined their days, community picnics, volunteering. Lila's first steps in Central Park symbolized progress. Look at her go, Sarah laughed. As Lila grew, they taught empathy, sharing their story age-appropriately. Love comes in many forms, Kira explained. A final twist. Kira's health scare returned, a minor surgery needed. Fear gripped, but Sarah's steadfastness anchored. We'll get through. Post-op, Kira reflected on her journey. From childhood entanglement to mended heart. The story closed on a summer day in Chicago, revisiting the old oak tree. Lila played as Kira and Sarah sat with Olive's family. Laughter echoed, bonds unbreakable in new ways. Kira looked at Sarah, heart full. Thank you for healing me. Sarah kissed her. We healed each other. In the end, love wasn't about alphas or followers, but equals building a life. Amid America's vast landscape, their story stood as a testament to resilience, romance, and the human spirit's capacity for renewal.